Do you have any confusion about how to move your Power App from one environment to another environment and how environment variable is used in that? Hi, this is Krupali from Know How Academy. So let's start with me. So let me tell you what you are going to see in this video. In this video, we have one Power App in our one environment, and I am going to copy Power App from one environment to another environment. So let's see how you can do that. To understand copy your Power App from one environment to another environment, you should understand this three concept. So let me tell you what. So first concept, you need to understand about environment. Now, what is the meaning of environment? Now, let me explain you. Now, see, when you are logged in your Power App, you are able to see your environment. Now, when you click on here, you will able to see some other environment or your environment. Now, what is the meaning of that? Environment means it's a kind of workspace which Power App is providing to you. When your account is created in your Power App, or when your Microsoft account is created, a default environment will be this. Whatever the name of your account, it will be your environment. But sometimes your colleague share their environment to your environment. So that is called shared environment. Now you may have a question, how can we share your environment? Or how we can share our environment? So it's a simple like that. We have some files in a Google Drive, or we have one folder in Google Drive, and we want to share this folder to our friends or to our colleagues. So what we will do, we will left click and just click on share link, and we will share that link to that. So that person will able to see whatever data is there in your particular folder, which is there in your Google Drive. So it's as simple as that. So environment is a kind of workspace where you are going to develop your application, where you are going to develop your database and everything. So that is all about the environment. So a default environment will be this environment. So my account name is, let's say you can see that my account name is Krupali Busa environment. So my default environment will be that. In the company which I am working, so this is the default environment of the company which company shared with me, and this is the environment of Priyanka and Zil which they shared with me. Okay, so how we can create an environment? So let's say to create an environment, you need to click on this admin center, and you need to click on the environment and click on new environment. And here you need to give a name of the environment. Let's say test demo environment. Okay, and you need to select the region. You need to select the type of the environment. Now there are different 4 types of environment: developer, production, trial, and sandbox. Now what is the job of developer? What is the restriction of that environment? So here there is an official Microsoft document is there. Let me show you. Let me go to that link and show you. Okay, it's disappeared. Here you need to click on overview, and you will able to see what is the meaning of that environment, what are the restriction, and what are the access you have in that environment. So by default we are creating our environment in a sandbox since you are learning it, and click on save. It will take some time to create an environment. So you can see your test demo environment is created. The next thing you need to understand about solution. Now what is the meaning of solution? Solution means it is a kind of directory, or you can say folder in your workspace. Now let's say if you are working in Google Drive, and in Google Drive is your working space, and in Google Drive you make one folder, let's say training folder. Now in that you are going to store your files, so your training folder is considered it as a solution. So basically solution is a kind of folder. So how solution is useful, and what is the meaning of solution, and why there is a need of creating a solution in Power App? Now see, when you create a Power App, let me go to the app. You will able to see this app. Now this app will be under the default environment. or this is app under the Krupali environment, and where it is under the default solution. But if I want to create an app under particular folder and under some environment, so how I can create that? So first of all, I need to decide under which environment I want to create an app. So let's say you need to select the environment. Now we have already created one environment. This is called your test demo, but here it is not visible. Why? Because after some minute, whatever environment which you have created, it will automatically appear. So let me refresh it. Sometime after refresh, you will not able to see. So for that, at least you need to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Let me check it out. So now you can see my test demo, the environment which I have created. Now let's back to the solution. Now solution, how you can check what are the default solution is there. So let's say I want to check it, what are the solution is available in that. Let me first select the environment, then you need to go to the solution. Now here these are the two default solution will be there. But if you want to make your own solution, how you can make it? So you need to click on new solution, and here I am creating a solution called EV solution, that is environment solution, SOUL solution, and select the publisher as a default publisher, CDS, and create it. So our solution will be created. Now I created a solution under the Krupali environment. Now let me explain one scenario. Let's say you have two environment. One environment, that is my environment, Krupali Busa environment, and other environment is test demo environment. Now I'm going to develop one application. The name of the application is PowerApp1, or you can say PowerApp1. Now this same application, if I want to copy this from this environment to this environment, how I can do that? So let's say I want to copy this same PowerApp1 from this environment to this environment. So for that, we cannot do the copy paste using Ctrl C and Ctrl V. But for that, solution is helpful for that. Now what we need to do? We will create one solution under environment. So let's say solution 1. Okay, let me go to the next line. Now let me just write, this is my environment and this is my app name. Okay, so let me just solution 1, I'm writing it here, and here I'm writing solution 1. So what I need to do? I need to create one environment, so which I have already created. Then I will create solution under this environment, and under the solution I will create one app. So if I copy this solution from here to here, whatever data is there in that solution, automatically it will be copied. And for that, environment variable play a big role in that. Okay, so first let's understand how to create a solution in that. So I have already created the solution by clicking on new solution, and you can see the name of the solution. Okay, now here a solution will be appear. This is EV solution, that is environment variable solution. Now inside environment solution variable, I want to create an app. Okay, so for that you need to click on that app, canvas app, and here. Now see, if you create an app from here, let's say when you go to the Power App, let me go back, create an app. So it will be created under the default environment, default solution. But I want to create an app under the particular solution. So for that you need to click on solution and open that solution. And here you need to click on new app and you need to create an app. So here I am creating my app, that is app1. Okay, creating. Now when I am when I am creating the app, I will use list to display the data. Okay, so let me create a list for that also simultaneously once the app is created. Now I will make two lists. One list is for Krupali environment and one list for you can say that test environment. And in different environment I will display different data but using the same app. Okay, so let me select the technical content site, and under that site I want to create one list. Let me create a list and let me give the name of the list. Let's say here list 1, and I want to create it under the technical content, and this list contain a department information. So let me just title, and here I am selecting the ID. Okay, department ID. Okay, and let me create save, and quickly I am entering the data in that. Okay, so I have added this 3 data under the list 1. Now make sure when you are creating a second list and you want to display the second list information in your copied app, so in that case a structure and the column name should be same. You need to make sure that. Okay, so let me go back and let me create a list. Now this time I am creating a list from existing list, and I will only alter the data. So from existing list I want to go to the technical content, and list 1 I want to create, and this time I am giving list 2, and I want to save it under the same create a list. So whatever list 1 contain, it will contain the same structure, and let me refresh it, and this time I want to enter data, some different data. So let's say this time test 1 department, and ID I am giving 1 only, and let's say here this is the test 2 department and ID is 2. And remember, the structure is same, only the data is different. So when we are displaying data into some app, so I am using list 1, and when I copy that same list I will use the list 2. Okay, so still my Power App is getting ready, so just let me refresh it. Sometime if it is taking time, so you need to refresh it. Okay, so my Power App is ready with the name app 1. Now once you saved that app, make sure that that app should be in a solution in which you have created. So for that, just go back. Okay, I'm just making sure that it should be in a same solution. Okay, so let me go back to the solution, and I am opening this solution under the different tab, and let me here edit it. Okay, let me open this app. Sorry, I started it. Okay, if you are not able to see, just refresh it. Here you can see whatever app, the same app name is there. Okay, so let me change the name of the app. Let's say app screen 1. Okay, and here when you create your app, and if you want to make environment variable, so how we can do that? As I already told you, when we are migrating our app from one environment to another environment, environment variable play a crucial role. So for that you need to go to the setting, and here go little bit downside, and here you need to switch on this. Okay, automatically create environment variable when adding data source. Now you need to click on close, then you need to save, and then again you need to refresh it. Okay, so let first finish the save, and then we will click on reload. Why? Because whatever change we are doing, it is affecting our solution. So make sure that whatever instruction is Power App is showing, you need to follow that. Okay, otherwise what happens, some variable you have created but you will not able to see the effect of that variable in particular solution. Okay, So let me just finish the saving and refresh it again. Okay. Now here your solution now contain only the app, but once you will add a data source in your Power App, automatically here in solution variables will be added. Okay, so let me add data source. I want to add data source from SharePoint site and show you SharePoint. Now here SharePoint and SharePoint site, two things you are able to see, but you need to select SharePoint and then you need to select your email ID and here from which site you want to display the list. So list 1 data I want to display and click on this. Now this technical content, here it is displaying that the reference is already added. Why? Because when I was creating a demo for you, I have already done the same. So uncheck that. If you are creating first time, already it will look like that. Okay, so if you are seeing like that, just uncheck this and then click on save. It is the reason that you are already created and it is created a reference for that. Now here see, one or more environment variable is created. Here to manage them, you need to click here. Okay, if you click here, automatically in new tab you will see that variable. And if you don't want to see here, you need to close it. And once you see this is the same solution it is opening. Okay, I will show you the same thing and just refresh it. Let's say here you want to your whatever environment it is created, here you can see that default solution, but we don't want to see it in a default solution. So let me go back and here let me refresh it again. Sometime it will take time to see the effect in that. Okay, so let's wait. First save and you need to refresh it again. So after refresh, you will see this 2 environment variable is created and here one thing you can see here is added, that is environment variable. Still after refresh you will not able to see. What you need to do, you need to just close this application from here, leave it, and then here from here this app you need to click and go to edit. And once again you need to add the data source after removing it and create a variable. Automatically you will able to see that. And here check it out, data source is there. Okay, make sure after refresh, if you are not able to see, just from solution start editing the app, you will able to see that. Okay, so let me go open it PowerApp solution again and go to the solution. And as you know that I have created a 2 list in that. Okay, so let me show you once again. 2 list in that is list 1 and list 2. So here in app 1 which I have created, I am going to use list 1. Click insert vertical gallery and here I am giving this a reference of data and displaying cells and department ID. Save it and go to the solution and here this 2 you can see. Now why only 2 environment variable created and how many number of environment variable will create automatic? Now say here we are adding 1 list. Now that list is coming from this SharePoint site, that is technical content. So 2 variable will be created. One variable which contain the reference of from which site or from which SharePoint site data is coming. So here you can see that HTTP1 and this is the entire path will be there. And the second variable from this SharePoint site, which list we are referring. So let me go to the list and here let me click back and here you can see this list 1. So this second variable will contain the name of the list. Okay, I hope you understand why two variables are created or why two environment variables are created. Now, let's say I finish the app and let me publish the app. And after publishing, let me go back and let me go back to the solution. Now, this solution is under that environment. Now, what I want to do, I want to copy this solution under the test demo environment. So for that, what you need to do, and while I am copy and pasting, I will use another data source, or you can say I will use another list, not data source. Which list I will use? So I will use the list. Let me go my files. Let me go that, and I will use list 2 which I have created. Let me show you again. Go to the list, and in this app list 2, when I am pasting, I will use list 2. So for that, you need to dynamically changing the name of the list when you are copy pasting the list data. So for that, you need to select that first variable and go to the edit, and you need to remove this current site. Remember, this is the very much important step when you are dealing with the environment variables. So remove this. Okay, so here make sure green color sign should be there, and from here also you need to go to edit and you need to remove this. Okay, and just close that, refresh this, and make sure your app should be published. Okay, so let me go to the app and make sure that app is published. Okay, I already published it, so second time I am not going to publish it. Okay, if you are doing any changes in the app, then again you need to update it or you need to publish it. Okay, so let me go to the another environment, and here this is the test environment. Now under the test environment, I want to go to the solution. Now here, when you create an environment, two default environment will be there, but it will be visible when you create first time a database. Now this database is just for your understanding purpose. You just need to create my database. Okay, and just wait for it. Now it is showing that it is building your database, so that's why no solution yet. So just wait for a while, and just after 5 to 6 minutes it will automatically appear, or you will refresh it and then you will able to see. So here your solution is made, or you can see you will able to see the default solution when you made an environment. Now these are the two default solution, but at least you need to wait for 5 to 10 minutes for that. Okay, be patient and just close this and just refresh it, and then you will open. Automatically you will able to see that. Now what I want to do, now here let me go back to my environment. Now in my environment there is one solution. This is called EV solution. Now I want to publish, or I want to copy and paste that solution here. So here in PowerApp or in Power Platform, copy and paste one app from one environment to another environment. For that, we will use the term called import and export. Okay, now let me explain you what is the meaning of import and what is the meaning of export. Now export means, here my app is in under the Krupali environment under the EV solution. So we need to export that solution. So for that we need to export solution from one environment to another. Okay, this is called export. So here select that solution from the source environment and click on export solution, and here you need to click on publish. And make sure before exporting you need to publish your app. Okay, so I already published that app which is there under the solution. It will take some time, so you need to wait. And one more important thing, you need to remove the content from current content from the environment list before exporting. Okay, once it is published, you need to click on next, and here you need to select the export as manage or unmanage. Manage means when you exporting the app and when you importing, that means when you pasting, you will not able to do the changes, so that is called managed. But if you want to change in pasted app, in that case you need to select the unmanaged and then click on export. Now see here, you will able to see this message, currently exporting solution. So this is indicating it is in progress. Okay, so wait. Now when it is exporting, let me go back to our app and see our original app. Okay, this is our app. Okay, and here it is under the solution and we are exporting. Now you can see exported successfully, and you will get a message that download. So you need to download, and here you will able to see EVSol that is downloaded. Now what you need to do, in the other tab you need to change your environment again, that is under the test demo. That is our destination environment where we want to paste it. So we need to go to the solution, and here you need to click on import solution and select the file and show options. Make sure you will select the correct file, that is evsolution1, that is zip, and click on open. Now here when you click on next, environment variables comes to the picture. Okay, so make sure it is selected properly, and here it will ask your permission. Okay, so SharePoint site that we need to give permission, automatically it is given, then you need to select that. You need to select the next. Now here remember, two environment variable was there, so this two environment variable we need to set the value dynamically. So from which SharePoint site we need to take the list. So this is the same site, and this time we want to select the list 2. Okay, and click on import. So now you can see the message is showing that it is in a progress. It will take some time to import. Now you can see your solution is imported successfully. Now let me go back to my original solution, or you can say the source solution, and let me go to the edit, and let me go to the solution. This is exported solution under this, and here let it be load first, and also let it be load in the second tab. And see, in first, in my source it will see this data, and in my destination you will able to see this data, or PowerApp will show this data. Okay, now see, this is app dep 1, dep 2, department 3, this is marketing. So this is coming from which department? This is coming from this list. Okay, not department, but this data is coming from list 1. Now let me go to this. Now it will ask for allow. I need to allow that, and here in my exported app it will display the data of list 2. Now you can see dynamically I change the data source in imported app. Okay, so let me just run the app and see. When you run the app is made with the same name, same data source, but only the list is different. Now here you can see the list is showing the data, and here you can see this data. So this way you can export your app from source environment to destination environment, and when you want to change data source dynamically while you are pasting, environment variables comes to the picture. Okay, so when we are importing, it will ask which data you want to do, get that. Okay, now one more thing which I want to tell you is that managed and unmanaged solution. Now, what is the meaning of managed solution and what is the meaning of unmanaged? Now, see, when you paste or when you import that app and when you click on edit, you will able to change something in designing. But let's say if we do manage thing, then we will not able to see the editing, or we will not able to do the editing. Okay, so let me just it is read only, so let me just close this first. Okay, let me close this first. Okay, and let me go to PowerApp again, and this time I will export into the manage way, not unmanaged way. Okay, so let me close these remaining things so we will not be confused. Okay, so let me just go to my original environment, and this time I'm exporting it into the managed solution. So let me export the solution, publish it. Okay, so publish, done. Then select the next, and this time we are selecting unmanaged, and automatically it will give the version, that is version number 1.0.0.2, and click on export. Now here this time we are exporting as a managed solution from the source environment. So let's wait. Okay, so let's download that. Okay, now this time we need to make sure 0_2 is manage, and here you can see manage. If nothing is there, then we need to understand it is unmanaged. Okay, now let me go back to my test demo environment and import solution. Let me select this manage. Okay, and next. Again it will ask, now the solution is already installed in our system. Why? Because the same solution name we cannot export it. So let me just remove, delete the solution, and here go to the app, and here I need to also delete that app, otherwise the reference error will come. Okay, so let me go to solution again import solution, browse the file and select that, and this time let me select this as managed. Click on open, click on next and next. Okay, sign in, then next. Again we are selecting the same thing. Okay, list 2 and click on close. Okay, so it is importing, wait for a minute. Okay, so solution is imported successfully. Just refresh it. Okay, now here you will not able to see. Why? Because it will default show unmanaged. You need to go to the manage, and here you will able to see, and just open that. See here the message is coming. You cannot directly edit the object within a managed solution, and once you click on that, the edit option is disabled. Now you understand what is the difference between managed and unmanaged solution. Okay, but still you can play and you can check it out. Okay, now here it will ask for just a sign in option. We are not going to do directly, just click on that. Okay, and here you can play that and you can do that. Okay, you can sign in using your account and you can check that. Okay, now if you want to see that, you can see the app, and here directly from here also you can play, or what you can do, you can go to the app and make sure you are in a destination environment, and once you click on the run, it is asking for signing. Not a worry, we will just start editing it. but you will not able to do any changes. A message will come. Now see here, you can see the message. Okay, and now see, when I was running the first app, it is displaying the list one information, but when I'm running the second app, which is pasted app, it will display the data of that. So I hope you understand the what is the use of environment variable and how you can use solution for that. Thank you for choosing Know How Academy as a source of your IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, do not feel hesitate to reach out us. Stay curious and keep learning.